Hey, welcome to Money Making Mitch. You guys already know where you guys are at. Welcome. You guys can find me on Twitter, Story Investors. Today, we got a great show for you. Look over my shoulder. You guys already know we're going to have on live. We got the interview with Kunal, Chopra. Definitely come in, guys. The CEO is on and going to be with us in just about 2 or 3 minutes. So definitely hit the like. Let's get the show started. We got short interest stock, KPTI, to talk about at the end. We're going to talk a little bit about market sentiment. You know how we do it here. Welcome, guys, to Money Mitch.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now, we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, traders? Welcome back to Money Mitch. Yes, I'm looking great. Have to look good when you're going to have a great CEO like you're going to have on a little bit later today, guys. Super excited to get there. Definitely hit the like button. I'll go into the stock a little bit after the interview. Don't really want to go into the stock before, but I'm liking the chart. I myself, I'm going to have to be looking at this stock over the next couple of days. So we'll see how this reacts. We had fiscal quarter earnings just today, guys. So definitely hit the like if you guys are excited to hear from KSPN. All right, let's go ahead and let's get into the market sentiment today. So market sentiment, we finally got a little bit above that 420. But the overall market kind of gave us this little harmy candle. It's not the best, strongest candle. Of course, we got those consumer prices that rose sharply in May. The CPI jumping more than 5%, than economists expected. So definitely the inflation heating up there. But let's take a look at really what I wanted to point out today. So if we look at the Qs, this is what I wanted to see, guys. Remember I talked about we had that kind of indecision candle and it could turn into a bullish engulfing candle. Today, that's exactly what we got now. Now that we got this green body eating up those two last red days, look at the big mega tech stocks. Mega tech stocks are actually coming back. This is what I wanted to see for the overall market to continue its way up, because mega cap has been going sideways for about 3 months. Let's take a look really quickly. Amazon chart. Look at that candle. We talked about it yesterday. This started looking strong. Look at that continuation. Nice push up there today. I'm going to be looking at other stocks also. You can definitely look, you could look at Microsoft, MSTF, the softy. Look at that candle. Nice looking candle today after the kind of an indecision candle. That's exactly what you want to see. And if you look at Google also, Alphabet, look at this candle. Nice breakout there. I think, this is the push up there, guys. Look at this on the weekly. Look how we're just pushing up on Alphabet and it just keeps on going. We'll see how this continues moving. Definitely, I will pay attention to mega cap stocks, because if we can get the Qs to keep on pushing on up there and we make our move up there towards the 350 where I've been looking at, I think this can continue driving even the overall market, as you'll see rotation go from kind of these lower names into these higher price names. All right, guys. So what do you guys think about that? Definitely want to catch up in the chat. Everyone's talking about that I'm looking good, but definitely just wait till you see the CEO coming up next. If you think I look great, let's get to it. All right, guys. So when we return, guys, we're going to get into our interview. You guys know how we do it here at Benzinga, so definitely smash the like, give some love. When we return, guys, we'll get into that interview with the CEO of KSPN.
I tell all my CEOs, this is a very, very, very important platform. And look, all the other platforms are important too, but you're up there now. You're way up there.
Best investments you can do in your future is actually go and re-educate yourself on credible sites and credible resources like Benzinga. I think you guys have been killing it.
The comment section on this show is remarkable. Like the quality of the combo, and just big shout out to you and your community.
So I love about you guys, you just had all your callers in right then. And it's all about the community here at Benzinga.
All right, guys. Definitely smash the like. Let's go ahead and let's get into our interview today. We have Kaspien. This is KSPN, guys. Just came out with their fiscal first quarter results, and we have the CEO, Kunal Chopra. Well, how are you doing today?
Mitch, thanks for having me. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Definitely super excited to have you on. And I mean, we couldn't do this but live. I love the atmosphere right after the earnings. Definitely before we get into some of that, let me at least talk a little bit something about some highlights, at least just two highlights right quick from the kind of the quarter one report. Net revenues increase 29% to 40.6 million from 31.6 million in a comparable year ago. And the increase of the net revenue was primarily attributed to the strength in the Amazon International, Walmart, Target, and other marketplace. One of the areas that most people probably don't focus, but I definitely look at it, is the SGA area and the expenses decreasing 19%. I think that's actually bigger than most people would pay attention to. Yeah, I know that number doesn't sound as big, but it definitely plays a factor on that bottom line. So definitely, first things first, congratulations on your fiscal first quarter.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. The team has done a fantastic job and the results are showing. So thank you for that. Yeah, the results have been good.
Definitely. I think a little bit better than good, but we'll get into that during the interview. First things first, I wanted to get into your background. How was the journey that brought you to the United States? I know that you achieved kind of a master's in computer science from Clemson University. I would love to hear about those times and how it got you to where you got to right now.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I grew up in Mumbai, India. That's where I'm from originally. Got my bachelor's in computer engineering there. I wanted to study further. And honestly, I didn't have a lot of money at that time. So applied to a number of different universities. Clemson accepted me. I borrowed $10,000 from my sister, my uncle, took a one-way ticket to the US, got to Clemson, was fully funded through the university for a master's in computer science, thankfully. And then got my first job at Microsoft. So got me to Seattle and I've been there ever since. So after my time at Seattle, at Microsoft for about 6 years, got an MBA from the University of Chicago, the Booth School of Business, was director of product at Groupon, general manager at Amazon, Microsoft, and then finally now CEO of Kaspien.
Definitely. So one thing that I can definitely relate is being an immigrant and coming to the United States and looking for opportunities. So you definitely made the opportunities expand to the greatest. I have to give you that. Next thing I want to get into is, of course, about the company. One of the things that I saw is that you guys recently, rebranded from eTails, and let us know, for those that don't know out there, what is Kaspien?
Oh, yeah. So at Kaspien, our mission is to optimize and grow brands on today's leading online marketplaces such as Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Target, among others. We provide a one-stop shop, a complete platform of software, tech-enabled services to help brands grow their businesses online. We serve our brands across multiple business models: retail, where we take an inventory position with our brands and then sell them on these different marketplaces. We have an agency business where we serve as an extension of your e-commerce team and don't take an inventory position, but provide you with all the services and software that you need. We have a software business where we have commercialized our software offerings for brands that want to take their operations in-house. And then recently we announced a brand acquisition strategy as well to acquire brands and control the entire value chain. But big picture, we're a one-stop shop, everything marketplace growth. If you want to grow on Amazon, grow on Walmart, eBay, others, we have everything that can help you do that.
All right. So the next area that I want to get into is kind of also referring back to the fiscal first quarter, the 2021 gross merchandise value that I see mentioned often. So if you guys want to follow this company, definitely I would look into understanding GMV. So it increased by 48% to 63.4 million compared to 42 million in the comparable year ago. And this is where it really starts getting interesting. The subscription GMV increased 105% to 20.9 million compared to 10.2 million a comparable year ago. How did Kaspien achieve these massive results on the fiscal first quarter?
Look, our strategy is very simple. We keep the brand at the center of everything that we do, and all our business models that I just described to you, our entire strategy, our entire platform of software tech-enabled services are all meant to serve the brand. So every time we onboard a brand into our platform, either it's through our retail model or it's through our subscriptions model, we just continue to add value to that brand. And that is shown in this GMV number. So as we continue to increase GMV, that just shows that we're adding more value to the brand. We are helping them grow their business, and then we capture a portion of that in revenue.
Excellent answer. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about the funding that recently happened. You got 13.5 million in equity recently from the public markets. How are you going to use this capital to keep fueling the growth?
Yeah, we've got multiple initiatives in play. Our core initiative is really to continue to expand our value proposition. We want to expand the products that we serve our partners with, expand the number of different marketplaces that we want to get into, become more omni-channel. We also announced in today's earnings that we have started off a test with Kroger. We did Target in March earlier this year. So we're expanding the value proposition that we want to provide the brand. So there's some amount of capital that will be used for that. The second is to continue to invest in our technology. We want to become more intelligent, use more AI, use more data science in how we do things, which is a core part of how we run our business. And finally, third is that brand acquisition strategy that I mentioned. We want to start controlling the entire value chain, continue to acquire brands as well. And we also launched in today's earnings that we now have a pipeline of about 164 brands that we are looking at from a potential acquisition standpoint. So all these are efforts in play, and the funding is going to help us do that.
Definitely. Now, one thing we could see is we're seeing an overall trend, right? We've seen kind of the e-commerce really increasing during the pandemic. How is this really going to help the company in the next coming kind of the next wave that we're seeing out of the reopening?
Yeah, so e-commerce as a whole continues to take more market share from retail. And we're seeing that trend continue to increase. That has been accelerated a little more during COVID last year. We saw a lot of that penetration happen. Now, as things are opening up, we're seeing that loosen up a little bit. So there's a little bit of softness we're seeing in demand. But the bigger trend that we're seeing across the globe right now is just supply chain issues. There have been manufacturing facilities that have been slow. We've been having ocean freight issues. We've been having delays at different ports. And so the costs of freight in general have increased. It's been hard to get access to inventory. And so we're seeing a lot of that take place. And that is affecting the industry as a whole. So companies like Kaspien are using a more diversified approach. We are working with fulfillment by Amazon. We're working with third-party logistics providers. We have our own warehouse in Spokane. And we're using a very agile approach to try to get access to inventory in cases that where it might be stuck. But by and large, that is one big issue we're seeing, is even though demand is there on the front end and that'll continue to grow, supply chain has certainly been a big challenge globally.
Definitely. We're going to all pay attention, I think, to supply chains and how we can move out of the pandemic time. Now, one thing I did see, though, that recent approval to sell on Target.com. So congratulations on that. This was an invite only to their program, the Target Plus. How did you guys achieve this, and how will it help the business?
Yeah, see, our business strategy is, like I mentioned, we have these multiple business models that are important, but also we want to be where our brand's customers are. So as we onboard a brand, for example, if there's demand on Amazon, of course, we're going to be there. But if there's demand on Target, if there's demand on Walmart, eBay, we want to be there for our brand partners. We want to serve our brand's customers in various channels in which they shop. So Target is definitely one of those channels where a lot of our brand's customers are shopping. And so we initially started off with a test, which was very successful with Target. We achieved that just through really good relationships with Target, brand, business development with them. And then now we are expanding that pipeline. We've got 17 other brands that are in our pipeline right now that are waiting to get approved onto Target. And we're working with Target to get them on. So this omni-channel like strategy and trying to expand that out from Target to eBay to Walmart to others is a core part of how we want to serve our brands.
Definitely. So the next thing I want to talk about is, like you guys always state, your customer is your partners, right? And this is what really determines kind of how the company works. Now, one of the things I'll point out, and noted is that the total active partner count is now at 845, including 708 retail partners, 137 subscriptions, and really it increased 124% at the end of the comparable year. So how are you guys achieving this? How are you guys working these relationships to get it to the level that we're seeing the growth?
Yeah, we put a lot of effort last year into operationalizing our sales and marketing teams. So we've got a really strong marketing team that has been doing a lot from a content perspective. We have a fully redesigned website. It's conversion rate optimized. That brings a lot of inbound leads to our sales pipeline. At the same time, we've got a really good outbound program as well. So we ourselves go and find out what good brands would be a good fit for our platform as a whole, and then our business development representatives go and reach out to these brands and pitch to them as why they should be on the Kaspien platform and why we can add value to them. So we've done a lot of that, and then we've operationalized our sales funnel really well. And the approach that we take is a value-based selling approach. So we talk to a brand, we explain to them our value proposition, and then we try to understand what their goals are and try to fit them into a model that really makes sense. One of the 4 business models that makes sense. Sometimes it might be a retail partnership, sometimes it might be a true software partnership, sometimes it might be a combination of the two. And so this operationalizing of sales and marketing, right from leads all the way to a conversion funnel, that has helped us really, and this value-based selling approach, in my opinion, has really worked for us, and that's increasing the partner count.
Yeah, a lot of your business is driven by AI and automation. Can you tell me how you guys use AI and automation to really kind of push you guys forward, and how this is really going to continue in kind of the next trend? Where should it evolve to?
Yeah, at the end of the day, everything is based on a platform that we have, and that platform consists of a number of different applications, 5 applications to be very precise, as you can see on our website. And in those applications are all artificially intelligent driven, data science driven, with insights, etc. So right from our advertisement management on the front end, demand generation, all the way to our supply chain sophistication on forecasting and reforecasting, is all based on using AI and data. So that's the general approach and how we take. In fact, we announced today as well, as part of this acquisition strategy to acquire brands, we launched a new neural network based model called SAIL, which is really helping us score which brands would be good acquisition targets. So even in the choice of which brands we should choose to potentially acquire, we are using AI to help us make that decision. So AI is the foundation of everything that we do: automation, data, insights. That's the foundation. And then we've layered on top of that all these different services, all these different business models.
Perfect. Honestly, you just hit my next question on the head. It was about the brand acquisition strategy. So definitely a great answer there. One of the things that I wanted to get into is kind of more of a regular approach. So let's say, I wanted to become a partner, grow my brand on Amazon. How can Kaspien help me and help my brand achieve this?
Oh, yeah, across the board. So we'll obviously, when we start with you in a conversation like this, we'll ask you, what your goals are. What do you really mean by brand growth? Is it more brand control? Are you trying to just grow your brand from a revenue perspective? We'll try to understand where your goals are. Are you more concerned with contribution margin? And then we'll figure out what strategy really makes sense for you. Like, should we be doubling down on advertisements? Should we be doing more social media for you? Should we help you with your content? Do you need work with your listing optimization? Maybe you have that piece covered, but maybe there's some other aspects on the back end, on the supply chain side, that we can help with. For example, do we need to help you with your inventory management? Are you doing that pretty well? Or is there some forecasting that we can help you with? How you're ordering and reordering from your manufacturer, is that something that we should be helping you with? Can we help you with costs, because we can ship to FBA much better than you can? So there's a lot of work on the supply chain side. There's a lot of work on the front end, on the demand side, that we can help with. And then everything in the middle as well. For example, is your brand well controlled? Are there unauthorized sellers on your platform that we can help you with and try to control your entire brand on? Can we help you with just pricing of your products on Amazon, on Walmart? So there's a number of different services we offer, all based on our software, right from helping you with demand on the front end and all the way to supply chain on the back end.
Definitely. It seems interesting. I wanted to ask that question because I feel like it's a really great one to understand kind of how the business works. Now, one of the things that I want to get into is, so the pandemic, and how it really affected the business. How did you guys kind of learn from the pandemic and coming out of the event, and how you guys will go ahead and kind of acquire customers or partners?
Yeah, one thing I can tell you is that last year we planned to double down on our subscriptions business, which you already see that the results have been very solid. But initially in the year when COVID hit, we saw an increase in our retail business as opposed to our subscription business. So our subscription business was slowing down slightly. Our retail business really took off. And kudos again to the team at Kaspien to be so agile, to be able to just move a lot of our brands who are on our subscription side into that retail side of the business. So we pivoted a lot internally just to help us take our brands to the right business model that makes sense to us. And that has continued on through this year. Now we're trying to see that shift again back. So a lot of more brands are open to that subscription side of the business. Retail is slowing down slightly because of some of these supply chain issues. But by and large, this diversified strategy has helped us a lot. And I've said this multiple times, is the way Kaspien is going to win in this space is by diversifying our portfolio. Diversifying on the supply chain through FBA, through multiple third-party logistics providers, through our own warehousing, and diversifying on the front end through Amazon, Amazon International, Walmart, eBay, direct-to-consumer in the future. So by creating a more diversified approach across the board, irrespective of a pandemic hits or not, we are able to move our demand to a certain channel, or we are able to move our inventory to a particular channel on the back end.
All right. So the next question I have will be a little bit more about your insight. One of the things that I do see is that this company a lot of times is anticipating trends. And that's really what my show is really all about. I always talk about story is everything, especially now in this social driven environment. We need to stay with the trends. What are you seeing any trends out there that you want to maybe mention? I just bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, just coming from an e-commerce space, I can certainly talk about trends in the e-commerce space. I mean, by and large, I think one of the big things that we'll probably see, and again, I don't have a crystal ball here, but by and large, what we'll probably see is, us going back to the basics of what a brand is. And really a brand is, a experience that a customer has with a product at some level. And so those days of trying to, arbitrage an opportunity on Amazon or on a particular marketplace and trying to make a quick buck at some level may be gone. And we'll see a lot of brands try to become more digitally first. Think about, how can their customers experience them, whether it's through direct to consumer, whether it's through Amazon, whether it's through Walmart, whether it's through a retail store in the future, and create a strategy really around that. So we've got to go back to the basics of what really a brand is, but this time taking more of that digitally first, that digital native mindset. And so I think we'll see a lot of that with a lot of brands coming out, becoming more digitally native and not just thinking Amazon, only thinking Walmart, only thinking direct to consumer, but thinking more omni-channel across the board. I predict we'll see a lot of that in the future.
Definitely. It's just going to increase with the digitalization, right? And so the last question I have is more of a personal one to you. I did see a startup called FinMagic.
Yes.
What's up with that? Tell me a little bit about that.
I've invested in a few startups myself during my time. Finagic is one of them, really geared to maybe your audience at some level. It's a retail investor space that uses AI and intelligence to help retail investors make better decisions on which stocks make sense to invest in as well. So that's one. But I've invested in a couple of others too. Core Stake, and there's another one that is not named fully yet, but it'll come out soon. But there's certainly some startups that I've invested in.
Definitely. I enjoyed that. And you also got to know, Mitch Bailey, your COO, any Mitch by my name, I got to get in touch with. So I saw that. Definitely shout out to the other Mitch. You got to let him know. But thank you for coming on. I really enjoyed you having on today. One of the things is I didn't understand so much this business before the interview. One of the things I wanted to get into was understanding more along, is this kind of an everyday brand, just coming to getting a solution? And it seems like it's exactly that. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Once again, guys, hit the like, hit the subscribe, let us know, give us some love, what you guys think about Kaspien. Thank you, the CEO here, Kunal Chopra. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Mitch. I really appreciate you having me on. Best of luck to you, and I will speak soon.
Definitely. We'll bring you back. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Well, you guys heard it here first on Money Mitch, right after the fiscal earnings. You guys can't get better than that. I mean, let's take a look here at the chart. I know that we wanted to get into that. I can go into specifics about the interview, but you guys know how I like my charts. So let's take a little look into KSPN here and Kaspien Holdings. So first things first, you guys know how I like to look at the daily charts. Let's take a look and see what we see here and see on the chart. So as you guys can see there, this one is starting to trend up. So I drew two support levels. Two support levels, one here on the bottom side, 1786. And then the kind of the top side one that we're holding here around 2016. Maybe you could do that down towards 22. But, you know, as of recent, we're starting to really start getting this uptrend. And so one of the things is I definitely want to see kind of that uptrend hold. And so you can draw this trend line and you can see kind of how we're getting into this uptrend. And now we're starting to get some volume again. So tomorrow could be a great day with the fiscal earnings coming out. How could we approach this? Let's zoom back a little bit. Let's see what we see on the daily. What I see is kind of this downward trend that we can come towards, which is up closer towards this kind of 35, 32 period. Let's go ahead and let's take a look here on the weekly. And it shows a little bit easier to understand there. And you can see how it could get up here closer towards this resistance. First stop would be that 30. Next move up there would be the 35s. So I'm really going to pay attention to this one as it went up to 63 on the weekly chart in the January 22nd week. So definitely pay attention to this. We'll see if we can get a third spike going into this end of the week and maybe into next week. So pay attention to that one. You know, one of the prices that I would pay attention, if you get a pullback to 25.44, that could also be a way to approach this one. But really, this is kind of a little tighter trading stock. So what you want to do is try to get those pullback buys closest to the trend line and then maybe take that approach. But it's an interesting stock, and I'm definitely going to watch it. The story, as you guys can tell, you guys got it from the interview. We talked a lot about how this is all about the partner workshop, AI, automation, and how you using the omni-channel approach, going to multiple kind of, you know, Amazon, Walmart, all these brands, all these kind of e-commerce sites, all these marketplaces, you bring your brand to all of them. Of course, you should perform better versus just sticking towards one. And that's really what they're helping you out with. All right, guys. So definitely smash the like. Let's go ahead and let's get into this. I want to talk a little bit about KPI up next, guys. So if you guys want to talk about KPI, smash the like. And then after that, we'll talk a little bit about maybe what should we look out for? What's on the move? What's next to look out for? But definitely, guys, KPTI with a nice move today when we returned. But definitely, guys, check out Benzinga Pro.
When you want to maximize your performance in the market, you need access to the highest quality tools and news available. Benzinga Pro stands out from all of the options you'll be presented with, and their instant access to market-moving news positions you to be prepared to take on the market in the best ways possible. Here's how it works. Benzinga Pro's news desk creates original news content that's available on your main news feed and gives you actionable information about companies you may want to invest in. This news desk information gives you the chance to beat the market, receive impactful news as it breaks, and jump on trending stocks before and as they rise. And beyond that, Benzinga Pro is packed with helpful features and unique insights that give you the best information possible. There's tools like the Live Audio Squawk, which streams every day with important news and timely updates, and the real-time news alerts that allow you to stay on top of every developing story you're keeping tabs on. Alerts and news will be sent straight to your inbox or delivered as live sound alerts. For those investors that want real-time, actionable, and breaking news about companies they may be looking to invest in, Benzinga Pro is the tool to use.
What's up, traders? Welcome back. Looks like we got some more people joining us. So what I'll do is I'll definitely hit some stocks from the chat. If you're joining, stick around, guys. If you missed the interview, I would definitely rewind to see KSPN. But if you did see the interview, let's get into KPTI, which was a short interest stock that we just talked about yesterday, right? And so let's go ahead. Let's get into this. Look at the chart, guys. This is KPTI, guys. So definitely take a look. This is in the pharma. And one of the things that we've been seeing is pharma go up. So I was looking at this one and I was interested in the short interest. As you can see today, we had a nice lift going up there from the 10 to the 1055. I'm going to keep an eye on this one, see if it can keep going and keep running. But definitely it's on a nice uptrend, as I like to do. I'll draw a trend line from the start of the uptrend and kind of see if it can continue that uptrend. As you can see, it's starting to even peak. So we've had kind of this 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive. Let's get a nice 4th drive, see if we can get up there through the 11s tomorrow. This is going to be on my radar, KPTI. What do you guys think about some short interest stocks out there? Did you guys see it? What's going on? Done. What are you doing with it? Yeah, I'm not necessarily doing anything with KPTI. I got some other ones that I can call out that I can talk about here, but I want to get into some stocks that you guys got out there. So what do you guys got out there? What we're going to keep an eye out. I know that we talked about big tech. I've been talking about this one for a while. Box, man, this one's been kind of uptrending now, starting to look like it wants to continue this breakout. We started bringing this stock out in the 11th, on May 11th, and now look where we're at. We're now up there towards that high, towards the 25. Can we get up there towards that high of 26.47? That's an interesting one, definitely. There you go. Now I'm seeing some stocks start rolling through the chat. Hit the like. Let's get it up there. Let's get up to 100. What are you talking about, 70? Let's do this, Dono. Smash up. Smash up, guys. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's keep going. Next up, looks like we got a stock from Hertz here. Hertz is talking about SRPT. Let me get this right here. At least I put the ticker in right. But look at that one. I like it. Hertz. Hertz, good stock to bring up here. One of the ones that I'd point out is that look at that gap, right? I'm not sure exactly where that negative news came in, but are we going to ever fill this gap? You know, this is a big gap here. So that's what I'd point out first. That's what makes this chart really interesting. There's a huge gap up here. And the question is, can we get up there towards that box? You know, it's not a question if we're going to get up there towards 160, but if we can get up towards that box, it'd be pretty interesting. That's going to be up there towards the 96, getting into the 100. Then the close of that shadow is up there towards 128. So definitely keep your eyes on that as that keeps going up. Now, one thing to watch is kind of this wick high, right? This wick high is at 85.48. So pretty much 85.50. That's kind of the line in the sand. I would like to see it hold that. On any pullbacks tomorrow, if you could see that 85.50 hold, that would be interesting. And then you could see this one kind of continue that move. All right, let's go ahead and let's keep it going. Hit the like Yogi says. Let's go to the next stock here. Anyone seeing meds today? Yogi, I see you. I got you, bro. Let's go ahead and get into meds. Meds is an interesting one. Let's go ahead and take a look. You know, one of the things is these pharma stocks are making moves. So look at this hourly chart. I actually like this hourly chart. One of the things I like is that basing action. You know, a lot of chasers get stuck in a stock like this, but like if you see this downtrend, kind of really nice whipping action, it's looking like it wants to make a cup and then maybe that handle. Look for it tomorrow and see if it can hold even this lower support down towards 587. A quick dip there and then right back up there through 655s would look good, or even just a sideways action through here through the overnight hours. So keep your eyes on that one. That's MEDS. All right, ORPH there mentioned here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Electronic radio. You already know. Let's keep it going. ARPH. I'm not sure I know this one, but hey, it's looking interesting, man. What happened here? What happened here? Oh, man, I don't even know what's going on here. This stock is ripping right now. I don't even know. What happened? Why did this stock go to 77 and right back down? I'm not even sure. I'm going to have to look into this stock. What are you bringing in here, electronic radio? What is going on with this stock? I have to look up the news, but I'm not going to look it up right now, but I'll have to take a look at that one after. Let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. Wish, you know, it was a rocket. We'll see if it kind of continues moving. But I got you, Viper. I'll take a quick look and just see if what I'm seeing there. Looks like it's holding after hours. That's a nice looking chart there. As long as it can get up there through that 11 tomorrow. Let's see what it looks on the daily. There you go. Wish. Can it get back? Can it hold kind of this support? So the real key is holding that $10. Any move back down, you know, you want to see it, make sure that it holds that $10. But really, you want to get back above kind of this resistance, this 11.16. You see, because you have that shadow right here. And so you want to get back above that shadow tomorrow. Let's see if we can get back above that 11.16 tomorrow. I'll be watching an hourly on this one. And look how the hourly helps you out a little bit, gives you a little bit of a better look. So what I like to do is use multi-time frames. I don't mind using a 1 minute, but I also am not going to use a 1 minute if it's not going to help me. And so one of the times is I'll use multi-time frame to at least help me find the trend. And so if we can use that to find the trend, we can see that, hey, we should start breaking out somewhere near here. So let's see if we can get up there and start pushing back up there towards that 1116. And then from there, the next level up will be at 1250 to watch. So definitely one to keep on your radar. Wish tomorrow. There you go, Viper. I got you. I took care of it. Nailed it down there. What the heck? That's a crazy chart. A 1 hour chart's a crazy chart. You can't handle it. 23. Oh, the one before that one. Yeah. Let's not even talk about that. I don't even. This guy. You guys can blame him. Hit him up in the chat. You saw the news break on Benzinga? Man, that must have been a hell of a news to bring it up like that. Definitely. I got you, Viper. Let's keep it going. It's called an FDA approval. It rallied. Hey, definitely could have been. I mean, that's a good one. We'll take a look after it and see what happened there. It's a meme stock. Oh, good Lord. We'll have to take a look at that one. You know, the meme stocks, how they start going and then they turn around. So you got to be careful with these. Definitely, guys. Look like we have some other traders joining here. Over 300 traders in here. So definitely, guys, smash the like. This is Money Mitch, where we talk everything story. I'm all about three variables, guys. The story, the fundamentals, and the technicals, guys. And so we're going to see over the next couple of days if we can get this kind of run back. One of the areas that I'm really interested, of course, you guys know how I love my gambling stocks. I'm interested to see if Penn can come back tomorrow. It did kind of turn back around, and this is not the look that I wanted to see, but we're looking at Penn National Gaming here. And can this find a bid? One of the things I'm looking at, I really think that in Q3, late Q4, we're definitely going to see a rip in this stock. But the question is, when's it going to catch this bid and come back up, roaring through that 100? That's when I'm going to keep an eye out. That's the gambling stocks. You guys already know how I like my gambling. I can't blame myself. I'm a degenerate gambler on the weekends. I like doing my parlays. You know, if you guys like doing a little sports gambling, hit me up on the weekend. All right, so guys, what's going on in the chat? Any other stock you guys want me to take a look? DKNG is better? Yes. I think in the long run, DKNG is better. But the problem with DKNG is that you get these massive quick drops, massive rises. And so it's a little bit harder chart to trade. I like the Penn chart. It's a little bit easier. But once this one starts trending, it looks like it holds pretty well. I mean, this one's looking at least like a little better chart than Penn, but we could have a really bad day going into tomorrow because you're kind of seeing that big reversal, that kind of U-shaped look here. Whenever you get those U-shaped looks, if you don't get right back above that high, then you could definitely start testing back down to supports. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Next up, looks like we got some stocks being mentioned here. So I'll keep it going. Stop the gambling. Hey, how do you think I make my jerseys? I don't buy jerseys. I win them with gambling money, man. Come on. That's what I do. I weigh my options. And I'm all about the bigger gains in the gambling game. I probably put small bets in, but a lot of times I can make, $70, $100 from maybe $5-10 parlay. So definitely, you guys already know. Let's keep it going. Looks like someone's mentioning one that I always like. Hurts. Guess what I got in today? I got some Genie. Guys. This is sports data. And the reason I got in today, guys, is I actually wanted to see this one do a little bit of a pullback today. And so I took the shot. As you guys know how I like to draw these trend lines, I've been seeing it right back by that trend line. And it got some good news support because HZON, the competition was going into that, was going to merge with that company, the HZON. And really what happened, that Sports Radar, they backed out. Everyone backed out of the deal. They're not going to get the deal anymore. They're going to look to go IPO. And I think that was an actual positive move for Genie. Why? Because the competitor here is struggling. I think they can't even get the deals that they want. And Genie's stepping up to the plate and getting all the deals that we're going to be looking at. I think you got to keep your eyes on this one. It has a lot of ratings by a lot of analysts up there towards kind of the 25 area. So we'll keep an eye out this one. This is Genie. I got in today, guys, 1950. So I'm going to be looking. I did get a little ad today down closer towards 19 and closer towards this 18. So I have like an average down towards 1920s. So I'm looking for this one to get lifting tomorrow. If it comes back down towards 18, I might take a little bit just to get a kind of a little break of the trend and then maybe get a little bit down here. But I'm really looking for this one to get right back up there. This one's going in my long-term account, guys. It's going to end up in my IRA account. I'm going to hold this one for over a year. I'm going to try to stick to my guns on this one. I love this one long-term. This is Genie. And sometimes you got to stick to one on the long-term, guys. All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Next one up. Brooklyn tonight. You guys, I love it. I love the sports mention. We're actually trying to get into sports in Benzinga. So let me know in the comments below if you would love to see me do maybe a sports betting show late night. Who knows? Because, I mean, I love looking at my lines. I've been seeing the Nets. Actually, I think the Bucks might come back and win 2 games. Don't count out the Bucks because when they start making their threes, they're going to catch up pretty quickly. So definitely keep your eyes on that one. Let's keep it going. BIIB. That's a little bit of a hard one, but I got you, man. I've seen you here before in the chat, so I'm going to take a look here. Let's take a look as BIIB. This is Biogen. After the good news, where is this one going to stop? I have no idea, but I can tell you at least one of the things that I like to do is look at an hourly chart with a stock like this. You're seeing kind of a pullback towards that support, long-term support, then it breaks out, long-term support, then it breaks out. See if it keeps that pattern. That's the pattern that it's doing. See if it keeps that pattern. We'll look a little bit closer here at a 15 to kind of show you that pattern. So you see how it comes up, sideways move, holds VWAP multiple times, 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down. And when you get that 3rd down, what do we want to see, guys? We want to see the breakout happen after that 3rd down move. That's my rule of 3. If you guys never heard the rule of 3, let me know in the comments and it can do a whole show on it. But that's honestly my secret pattern. I don't even like to give that out. But definitely, guys, as you guys can see, the rule of 3 holds here. And what happens, guys, it goes and breaks out through here, then catches that volume at the open, pushes up to the next level. Keep your eyes on those. What you guys think? All right, guys, let's keep it going. AMC needs to go up. Yogi says the AMC. Where are the apes at? The apes are trying to hold. This is the big thing, though. You're getting out of that symmetric triangle. So the biggest thing is going to be, can it hold the support here and come back up? So now that you got that symmetrical triangle broken, the next level down is 37.52. I would want to see it get back up there through 50 because that's going to be such an important price point. I think if it can get through 50, it can really battle back up there to 72, maybe 75, with a good, nice short squeeze again. We'll keep an eye on this one. It's on the back down. So, Yogi, keep your eyes on that one. We'll see if the support holds there. All right, guys, let's keep it going. LT Bobby, is AMC going past 1,000? Man, if it does that one, you never know, guys. You never know. The Bucks are done. Someone's saying Bucks, baby. Looks like there's some Brady fans out there. Let's go into this one. Electronic is bringing up a good one here. FUV, guys. We'll be wrapping up about 4 minutes here, but I like this one. This one did turn around here, but this one I found out actually did have a good high interest short. So one of the things is that this kind of turnaround was kind of more expected. Now look at the weekly. See if we can catch the bid here near the support. So right here, I'll look back. I always try to look back versus look forward, because if I try to guess what's going to happen here, I probably don't know. But if I come back here and I look, all right, so that's kind of a support here. We pulled up there, we pulled back, and then we kind of curled back out, right? And so we've pulled back. We've created a new support down here closer towards the 7, which was really kind of more along this old support right here that it ripped out of. And now that we're coming back up towards that level, can we get past this level again? You see how it came right towards that level of this close, this candle is everything to this stock right now. And so keep your eyes on that. On FUV, look how it's that 1181, that's 1715. Can we get above that level tomorrow? Above 715 is what I would want to see it get above the next couple of days. Because if not, you could get a bounce here at 1181 and come right back up. So look for the kind of like a sideways trend here, because you don't want to see it come through that level. So I would look for kind of an action like this, and kind of you get that action, a little dip down, and then it maybe tests that a little bit and then comes back up through that. That's what you want to see in the next couple of days. So keep your eyes on that on FUV. That's what I would be looking at. Triangles are triangles. You know it. Triangles on triangles. That technical life. A lot of people said they wanted to see more of my technical analysis. So I kind of went more to technical analysis than just standing up and talking to you guys. But definitely, guys, let me know after in the comments what you guys think about Money Mitch. Do you guys want me back standing up? Do you guys want me doing more interviews, more technical analysis, more stocks from the chat? Whatever you guys want, let me know, because I'm here for you guys at the end of the day. And so one of the things I want to mention is, like always, guys, the bull market is here to stay, and there's an opportunity out there, and Money Mitch is here to help you guys find that opportunity. So let me know in the comments below if you guys got a stock you guys want me to take a deeper dive into or something like that. I definitely will go deeper into the story. Looking forward to getting some more interviews. So definitely let me know, how do you guys think I did on the interview? Whatever it is, we'll keep working on it here, because the money mob is here and they're here to make that money. And I can't blame them. The new investor is taking over. Story is everything. As you guys can see from the GME, the AMC sagas, story is everything, guys. It's not about fundamentals. It's not about technicals. When the story goes running, that definitely can take it off. All right, guys, we'll see you guys next time. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Money Mitch. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing our happy hour session. Come by, grab a beer, whatever you guys want. Relax after the market. That's what we do on Fridays. We'll be joined by Penny Lane and her co-host, Justin. We're going to have some fun. These guys are funny. Stay tuned, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Money Mitch. Up next, we got a great show for you, so stick around.
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now, we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money